Hello, today I'm going to be trying to make paper, make and dye paper. Um, some of the things we need to use to make paper, or you need a mold and decal, which is pretty cool. You need a bin, like large enough to hold the mold and decal. You can fill it up with water and recycled paper, and you need something to turn the recycled paper into a pulp. I'm using an immersion blender. And then I'm going to try to dye the paper. I'm going for green paper. I'm going to use some food coloring. I have no idea if this is going to work, but we're going to try it and give it a shot. So, as far as the dyeing goes, I mean. Alrighty, let's get started, I guess. Put water in your bin, then tear pieces of unwanted paper and place in the bin. Add more water if needed. Next, I added green food coloring in an attempt to dye the paper. Next, turn your paper mash into a pulp. I use an immersion blender for this purpose. Next, take your mold and decal and submerge it in the pulp water mixture. Move it in a sifting back and forth motion. Then let the water drain out. Next, place the paper in the mold and decal on a cloth. Then, remove any excess water. I am using a sponge for this purpose. Repeat the sifting process with the mold and decal, followed by the placement on the cloth and removing of excess water as many times as necessary. Today I'll be making 15 sheets of paper, so I will repeat this process 15 times.
drugs when they could just mow a lawn? Why would anyone do drugs when they could just mow a lawn?
Here they are drying. They kind of have a slightly greenish blue tint. I hope when they dry they're at least somewhat green. Cool, we'll see what happens. Alright, here's my green paper. It didn't turn out super green. It has kind of a slight green tint to it. Here's a comparison of a regular undyed sheet that I made previously. So there is a color difference, but it's not green enough. I want to try to dye it further. So I'm going to try that and see what happens. Alright, I'm going to try to dye the paper now. Got some acrylic green paint. I'll put that in a container. Ooh. And then add some water. And kind of mix it up. Cool. Well, something like that. And I will try to brush it onto the paper, see what happens. Alright, I covered it with the dye, and I'll put it back on the cloth and then set it aside to dry. Alright, and here is the final result. I got some green paper. So yeah, there's a variety of shades of green that came out. But it worked pretty well. This is some non-dyed paper for comparison. So it's green, it's rather green. Alrighty, cool. And yeah, I guess that's it.